So, with General Mugisha Muntu, Robert Kyagulanyi, and Mubarak Munyagwa, I would obviously pick General Mugisha Muntu to run the affairs of the state.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give a caveat, because I had also already said that I think I have reached a level where I'm tired of military soldiers running affairs of the country. And I can justify that with the saying that my mother used to say that that whenever they see something that looks like a nail, a hammer just thinks of hitting. So their solutions, their approach towards things are what you are seeing now in this country. Everything is as militarized as can see, because the person who is running show is a military person. And I've always wanted to divorce these two things, because you can. Unfortunately, we are not in a part of the world that is fairly comfortable to not have a strong military, but having them involved in day-to-day affairs running a state is very dangerous. So I am keen on having General Mugisha Muntu run the country as the head of state, because he understands the geopolitics of the area, so you can feel safe that the person you're dealing with understands the geopolitics of the area. He understands the negotiation with other more experienced senior leaders who might take advantage of an amateur, newcomer, mediocre.
So that means you earn respect from the military.
From the military, not that because for him he was an army commander at 43, so it's hard to find a military person that doesn't respect that person. He's Uganda's longest serving army commander up until now. So he has earned his stripes, but also his demeanor, the way he carries himself, is of a naturally built, born statesman. Yeah, and I like that about him. But then I would also need someone that can speak the message of the state to the young people. It's not enough to say that Uganda has its population more than 75 is under the age of 30 or so. So having that is one thing, but being able to communicate a message to them is another thing.
Yeah.
So first, you must have an understanding of the message, which is where the disconnect is between
the youth and the current regime,
but also between BOBI Wine and
the older generation
and that generation, because he's having a hard time connecting to them, and they're having a hard time connecting to the young guys. So you need that bridge. So I think he would do a good job of it. My issue with him is he has done a good job to try and bring himself up to speed on the things that involve running of a country. And I've always been critical of people who say that he doesn't have experience, doesn't know what it takes to run a state. And I keep telling them, the reason why you say running a state is a system, it's not because there's a machine behind this building that is turning around this thing. A system is people. So as long as everyone can get the right people with the right brains in the right places, this country will run faster than it probably can. Because he has experience in building things from ground up,
definitely,
including his own personality. So I can't fault him for not having been a naturally born
politician
like Muntu is, because Muntu's father was a politician. He was a good friend of the late Dr. Apollo Milton Obote. He built these things from ground, so Muntu could have had the benefit of learning
from the father.
But even BOBI Wine's late father was also a politician, and he was big in the Democratic Party, and he was big for quite a period of time. So those they make a good symbiotic relationship. And then when it comes to maybe running ministries that like I don't know where I'd put Munyagwa. Just give him
welfare.
Just give him his Rusania and send him in the corner. And now that you mentioned it, I think we missed an opportunity. Every election we miss the same opportunity of fielding one joint solid opposition candidate. Because you see,
what do you mean by fielding?
Fielding, like a coalition, for instance.
Okay. Push it, like creating a coalition and pushing one political
candidate to run that coalition.
I think did it happen before?
There was talk of it between PFF, between ANT, between NUP, I think the FDC, but I think the FDC guys had already made up their mind that they weren't going to be part of that. And then when Norbert Mao and his DP already seconded their own candidate, they could have thrown a spanner in the works and taken these guys off, because the plan, I think, initially was to field the candidate. We've always failed every election season at fielding a candidate. We have alliances that collapse towards the end, because again, where money is involved, things always become complicated. And then the politicians that we have, gig.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
They eat into what would have been a solid vote of one candidate, that then will make it possible for change
to
stand
happen.
a chance.
Yes.
So now you have 7 opposition candidates who are eating into that opposition vote, and then you also expect a victory at the end of the day. Like, what are you doing? So
They're all very Karimu.
if that conversation had happened, obviously that's how I would have selected. And then, of course, Nandana Mafabi's CV, not to discredit him, the man has done consultancies as far as the World Bank. He has been
IMF.
the chair of the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament for a good time. He's been the leader of opposition in a good time. Been Secretary General for the FDC for a good time, and you know what he has done with the Bugisu Cooperative Union in Mbale. So when it comes to issues that
Finance.
have money involved, that's where I would
put him.
But then I would be very careful to notice where his hands are moving, because now I can't trust him anymore as far as his under the table machinations are concerned. But anyway, we're not known for our trust in this country. We're not known for our trust.
Now that you say that.
But he made a good point. And the good point is that we lose so much money in corruption, and we have a lot of debt servicing to work on as a country.
True.
So I trust him to bring at least a bit of upspeed and keep some of our money in our pockets.
Do you know,
which is
when you talk about trust issues in Nandula Mafabi, it reminds me of an interview I had with Kagwanja. And Kagwanja asked him, so...
I've never worn a long sleeve shirt in my life.
And then...
Who is that? When is that?
When is that? You know what that means? It means that's a guy that can be caught in the act and still deny it.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So yeah.